Excited for today's episode! Hello, lovely listeners!
Awesome. So today we are diving headfirst into a topic that, oh man, it causes so much confusion. I see it in comments, in emails. Learners everywhere get tangled up in this.
Ooh, let me guess. It involves three words that look and sound similar but are definitely not interchangeable?
You're psychic, yes. We are talking about be, been, and being.
Yes, the big three. It's so true. Just the other day, I heard someone say something like, I have be tired lately, and I totally understood what they meant, but it's one of those little grammar points that can be a dead giveaway you're still learning.
Exactly. It's one of those things that once you get it, your English just sounds so much more natural. So our mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to make these three words your friends. Ready?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
Okay, let's start at the very beginning. A very good place to start. The verb to be.
A little Sound of Music reference. I like it. Yeah, so to be it's fundamental, but it's also a pain because it's irregular. It just doesn't play by the rules.
Not at all. It's a total rebel. So in the present tense, it changes into three different forms, right?
It becomes am, is, or are. It all depends on the subject. So I am happy.
Right. He is a pilot. She is from Canada.
Exactly. And then for plural, they are busy, or we are recording a podcast.
Perfect. So it's all about defining something, a state of existence, a characteristic, a job, a location, basically a description.
Totally. And in the past tense, it switches things up again.
It does. It becomes was and were. So I was at the store earlier.
Right, or he was sick last week. But if we were talking about us, we'd say we were tired after the long meeting.
Exactly. The tricky one is you. It's always you were, even if you're just talking to one person. You were right.
That's such a key point. You was is a very common non-standard form you might hear, but in standard English, it's always you were.
Good to remember. So that's be. It's the foundation. It's for describing things in the present or the past. Simple states of being.
Okay, foundation laid. Now let's build on it with been, B-E-E-N.
Right, been. So this is the past participle. That sounds complicated, but what's the simple way to think about it?
The simple way is to think of it as a team player. Been almost never appears alone. It needs a teammate, and its teammates are usually have, has, or had.
Ah, the have verbs. Okay, so this is for the perfect tenses.
Exactly. Present perfect, for example, it connects the past to the present. I have been so busy this week. The week started in the past, but it's still going on, and my busyness continues.
Right, I feel that. Or I could ask you, have you ever been skydiving?
And I would say, no, I have never been skydiving. But see, the have been talks about my entire life experience up to this very moment.
Makes sense. And it's also where that been versus gone thing comes up, right?
Ooh, good point. Yes, if I say, Ziko has been to the coffee shop, it means you went and you came back. You are here now. If I say Ziko has gone to the coffee shop, it means you're still there. You haven't returned.
Ah, that's a great distinction. So been implies a round trip. Gone is a one-way, so far.
Exactly. And with had, it's the past perfect, something that happened before another past event, like she knew the city well because she had been there many times before.
Got it. So the number one rule for been is look for its buddy, have, has, or had. If you see one of them, you probably need been and not was or be.
That's the golden rule.
All right, on to our final contender, being, the one with the ing.
Yes, being. This one is also a team player, but it plays on a different team. Its main job is in the continuous tenses.
Continuous, so action in progress.
It's often about temporary behavior. For instance, if a child is usually quiet but is making a lot of noise, you might say, "Why are you being so loud today?"
Right. You're not saying they are a loud person in general, just that their behavior right now is loud.
Precisely. It's the difference between personality and temporary action. My boss is nice, that's his character. My boss is being nice, maybe he wants me to work late.
I see the suspicion there. Okay, and in the past it's the same, right? He was being difficult during the meeting.
Perfect. His behavior during that specific meeting was difficult. So that's job number one, continuous temporary action.
Okay, But there's another job, isn't there? The gerund thing.
Yes, the gerund. It just means the verb is acting like a noun. Being can be the subject of a sentence.
Okay, like being on time is important to me.
That's a perfect example. The thing that is important is the act of being on time. Or it can be the object. I really dislike being cold.
Ah, I get it. The thing I dislike is being cold. Okay, so it's either part of a continuous verb, like is being, or it's the name of the activity itself.
You've nailed it. That's all there is to it.
Wow, okay, suddenly it all seems so logical. Let's do a super fast final recap to lock it in.
Let's do it.
All right, be, am, is, are, was, were, is for states of existence, descriptions. She is tall. They were friends.
Yep. Been is for the perfect tenses with its friends have, has, and had. I have been to that restaurant.
Right, and being is for temporary continuous actions, or as a noun. My phone is being slow, or being a parent is hard work.
What a brilliant summary. If everyone can just keep those 3 separate boxes in their mind, it'll make a huge difference.
I hope so. And the best way to do that is to practice. So a challenge for our listeners. Try to use all 3 in one sentence. It's possible.
Ooh, a challenge. Okay, how about I have never been a fan of being cold, but it is what it is.
Boom, there you go. Been, being, and is. Nicely done. That's a great example. All right, listeners, beat that. Send us your best sentences.
Yes, we'd love to see them. So, Ziko, I was thinking about something the other day when I was ordering coffee.
Oh yeah. Do tell me it's about the eternal debate of oat versus almond milk.
Haha, not quite. It was about these 2 tiny little words that cause so much confusion for English learners. Get and take.
Oh man, that's a big one. They seem so simple, but they're everywhere, and they do completely different things depending on the situation.
Exactly. So today, we thought we would try to untangle them a bit. We're going to talk about how to use get and take naturally, like a native speaker, without, getting a headache.
Or taking the wrong bus. See, I did it. Let's start with take. It feels a little more straightforward, maybe.
I think so. The most basic, fundamental meaning of take is to move something or someone from one place to another, right? Like you physically carry it.
Right. Can you take these books to the library for me? Or don't forget to take your keys when you leave. I'm moving the keys from the house to outside of the house.
Perfect. Or even, I'm going to take my dog for a walk. You're leading him from inside to outside. But then it gets a little abstract. What about transportation?
Oh yeah, I take the bus to work every day. Or let's take a taxi, it's raining. You're not carrying the bus.
No, that would be impressive. But you are using it to move from one place to another. So the core idea is still there. It's about movement. Same with take the first right when giving directions.
That makes sense. It's like you're choosing a path to move along. Okay, what other big uses of take are there?
Well, there's talking about time. It takes 20 minutes to get there. Or this recipe takes about an hour.
Or take your time, which is a nice way of saying don't rush.
Yeah, and of course there's take a photo, take a class, take a break, take a shower. It's often used for activities.
Okay, so for take, we're thinking moving something, transportation, time, and activities. That seems manageable. Are you ready for the beast? Are you ready for get?
Let's do it. Get is like the Swiss Army knife of English verbs. It does everything, but its core meaning is about receiving or obtaining something.
For sure. Like, I got a package in the mail, or did you get my message? You are receiving it.
And this extends to buying things, which is basically just obtaining something with money. I'm going to the store to get some bread.
Ah, yes, and my coffee example from earlier. I go to the counter and say, can I get a latte? I'm asking to buy it, to receive it from the barista.
Exactly. Now, another huge use for get is to show a change of state, like becoming something.
Oh yeah, it's getting late. It wasn't late before, but now it is becoming late. Or I'm getting tired.
Yes, that's a massive one. You'll get used to it. Or my hands are getting cold. And it's used for big life changes too. They're getting married. He got a new job.
It's all about the transformation from one state to another. That's a good way to think about it. What else is in the get toolkit?
Understanding. This is super common in conversation. Do you get what I mean?
Right. And you can just answer, yeah, I get it, or sorry, I don't get it. It's way more natural than saying, I don't understand sometimes.
Totally. And finally, the last big one is arriving. What time did you get home last night? Or text me when you get there.
Okay, wow. So for get, we have receive or buy, become or change, understand, and arrive. That's a lot.
It is. And that's not even counting all the phrasal verbs, which is a whole other episode. But I think the real confusion happens when they seem like they could overlap.
Like the coffee thing. If I said, can I take a latte instead of get a latte, what would that mean?
It would be a little strange. The barista might understand, but take would imply that the lattes are just sitting there, already made, and you're just picking one up to move it with you, like take a pamphlet from a stand.
Ah, okay. So get is for the transaction, the process of receiving it from someone. Take is for when it's already available for you to just grab and go.
You got it. See, you get it. It's subtle, but that's the natural distinction. The best advice, honestly, is to just listen. Listen to how native speakers use them in movies and podcasts.
For sure. The context tells you everything. You start to get a feel for it. So, quick recap?
Let's do it. Take is primarily about movement, carrying something, using transport, or choosing a path. It's also used for time and general activities.
And get is our superverb. It's about receiving, obtaining, or buying something. It's also for becoming something different, for understanding, and for arriving.
Whew, I think we've taken a good look at that. Hopefully our listeners are getting it.
Haha, very smooth. All right, that's all the time we have for today. Don't let these little words get you down. The more you listen and practice, the easier it gets.
Thanks so much for tuning in to English Podcast with Ziko. Click the playlist and let's continue this journey together. Keep practicing.
And we'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now. Today, we're diving into a tricky little structure, something I get asked about all the time. Would have plus the past participle. Like would have gone, would have seen. It can be confusing. And to help us unpack it all, I'm super excited to have my friend and fellow English enthusiast, Sarah, on the show. Sarah, welcome.
Hey, Ziko. Thanks so much for having me. I'm excited to be here. Yeah, would have. It's a beast, but a friendly one once you get to know it.
A friendly beast. I love that. So where should we start? Maybe with the most common use, talking about the past that, didn't happen, the imaginary stuff?
Exactly. The hypothetical past. It's my favorite. Like, imagine you missed your bus this morning. You could look back and say, if I had woken up just 5 minutes earlier, I would have caught the bus.
Right, so you're creating a different past in your head. The reality is you didn't wake up earlier, so you didn't catch the bus. The would have part is the imaginary result of that different past.
It's all about cause and effect in an alternate reality that never existed. It's like being a little time traveler in your own mind.
Totally. Or what about this? If it hadn't rained yesterday, we would have gone to the beach.
Perfect example. But it did rain, so you stayed home, probably watching Netflix or something.
You know me too well. I probably would have binged that new sci-fi show everyone's talking about if I hadn't had so much work to do.
See? You just used it again. You didn't binge the show, but you're imagining that alternate path. It's really all about these what-if scenarios in the past.
Okay, so that's hypotheticals. What about regret? I feel like I use it for regret all the time, like constantly.
Oh, definitely. It's a huge one. And it often pairs with shouldn't have. Like, I shouldn't have eaten that whole pizza last night. If I hadn't eaten it, I wouldn't have felt so sick this morning.
Right. The regret is in the shouldn't have, and the wouldn't have is the consequence you wish you'd avoided.
Yeah, or even more simply, I would have studied more for the exam. It implies, if I could go back in time, I would have done things differently. The if part is just unspoken.
Ah, okay, so the context makes it clear. If you failed a test and you say, I would have studied more, everyone understands you're expressing regret about not studying enough.
Exactly. You don't need to spell it all out. Or what about this one? I would have called you, but my phone died.
Yeah, the regret is there, but there's also an excuse or a reason. I would have been here on time, but the traffic was insane. You're explaining why the desired outcome didn't happen.
You're showing your good intentions even if things didn't work out.
Okay, so we've got hypotheticals, we've got regrets. What's another big use case? Is there a third one?
I think the third one is about possibilities in the past that didn't happen, but not necessarily with regret, just stating a fact about a lost opportunity.
Okay, I think I know what you mean. Give me an example.
Okay, so say someone offers you a delicious piece of chocolate cake, but you're completely full from dinner. You could say, "Oh, that looks amazing. I would have loved a piece, but I just ate so much."
Oh, I see. So it's not regret, it's polite. You're saying the desire was there, but the circumstances were wrong. It softens the no.
Right. It's a way of showing you appreciate the offer even if you can't accept it. It shows you would have said yes under different conditions.
That's a good one. Or like if a friend tells you about a concert they went to last night, you might say, "Oh, wow, I would have gone to that if I had known about it."
Yes, perfect. You're not beating yourself up over it. You're just stating that a different action was a real possibility if only things had been slightly different.
So it's more about missed opportunities maybe, but in a less heavy way than regret?
A less heavy way. That's a great way to put it. It's about what could have been versus what you wish had been.
Okay, one last but very important thing, pronunciation. In real, fast, natural conversation, nobody really says would have, do they? It gets kind of smushed together.
Totally smushed. You almost never hear the full phrase. It becomes would've. So I would have called you. Or even more informally, it can sound like woulda.
Yeah, woulda, like I woulda called. She woulda known.
Exactly. If I'd known, I woulda come. Listening for that would've or woulda is so key to understanding native speakers when they're talking at a normal pace.
It's so important because if you're only listening for the full, perfectly pronounced would have, you might miss it completely.
You definitely would have missed it. See, I just did it right there. It just slips out naturally.
You did, but that brings up a really important point. I can already hear a question that our listeners might have. What about could have and should have? They sound so similar. How do we keep them straight?
That's such an important question, and we'll break down could have and should have in another episode because they deserve their own deep dive.
So just to recap for everyone listening, use would have for imaginary past situations, for expressing regrets, and for talking about possibilities that just didn't pan out.
Oh, that is the million-dollar question, isn't it? They are the tricky triplets of English grammar. It's all about the subtle difference in meaning. Let's break it down. We've established would have is about an imaginary result, right? If I had known, I would have come.
And don't forget the pronunciation. Listen for would've or woulda to really level up your listening skills.
Now you understand how to use would have and would have been correctly in real conversations. But this is just one structure.
If you really want to move from intermediate to advanced English, you need to master these patterns step by step.
So click on this playlist right here.
I created it to help you improve your English naturally and confidently.
Well, today we are tackling 3 little words that can be, let's say, a little tricky for a lot of English learners. We're diving into the world of either, neither, and rather.
Oh, yes, the tricky trio. These are super common, but I hear learners mix them up all the time. You know, when to use which one and where they go in a sentence. It can definitely get confusing.
Exactly. They all kind of sound similar, they look similar. It's a perfect storm for confusion. So our goal today is to demystify them. We're going to break it down, make it simple, and give you tons of examples you can actually use. Sound good?
Sounds perfect. Let's do it.
All right, let's kick things off with the first one on our list, either. So at its most basic level, either is all about a choice, usually a choice between 2 things and only 2 things.
Right. Like the classic example a teacher would give is you can have either the chocolate cake or the vanilla ice cream. You have to pick one.
Now I want cake. But yes, that's the perfect structure. You have either or. It connects 2 options. You can have this one or you can have that one.
Exactly. We can either watch a movie at home or we can go to the park. Simple.
Simple enough, right? But, and there's always a but with English grammar, isn't there?
Always.
This is where it starts to get a little messy. Either also pops up in negative sentences.
Ah, yes, the negative agreement. This is the big one, I think. This is where most of the confusion comes from.
I think so too. It's when you're agreeing with something negative someone just said. So let's workshop this. Let's say I tell you, I don't really like horror movies. What could you say if you feel the same way?
Okay, so if I also don't like horror movies, I could say, I don't like them either.
Perfect, exactly. See how either comes at the very end of the sentence? That's the key. It's like saying me too, but for a negative sentence.
That's a great way to think about it. Like if you say, I like pizza, I say, me too. If you say, I don't like anchovies, I say, I don't either. It serves the same purpose.
Exactly the same purpose. It's like saying also not. I also don't like them. But it just sounds a bit clunky, a bit robotic.
Yeah, nobody really talks like that. I don't like them either is just so much more natural and smooth.
So much more natural. Let's try another one. This is a common situation for students. I haven't finished my homework yet.
Oh, I haven't finished my homework either. And that's not even a lie right now.
Ha, I believe you. But you used it perfectly. So listeners, if you hear a negative statement like I can't, or I don't, or I wasn't, and you agree, you can just make your own negative sentence and tag either onto the end. It's that simple.
And what about one last little thing on this one, the pronunciation? I feel like this causes some friendly debate.
Oh yeah, the great debate. Do you say either or either?
Exactly. What camp are you in, Ziko?
I don't think I'm in a camp. I think I switch between them without even noticing. It depends on the flow of the sentence, maybe. What about you?
Same. I really don't think about it. I think I might say either a bit more, but honestly, both sound completely normal to me. And the answer is they're both correct.
Yes, thank you. Both are totally 100% correct. It's really just a matter of personal preference or maybe regional dialect. No one's going to misunderstand you.
Nope, so don't stress about that part. Either, it doesn't matter. People will understand you either way.
Hey, nice one. See what she did there? Using the word in the explanation. Very meta.
Okay, so that's either. Now, what about its very close, very negative relative, neither?
Right. Neither is basically not either. It's got the negative built right into it, which is super important to remember. You don't need another not or don't in the sentence with it.
Yes, that is the number one mistake I see. People saying things like, I don't like neither. No. The N in neither is your not.
Exactly. It's what we call a double negative, and we try to avoid that in standard English. So let's go back to my horror movie example. I said, I don't like horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
And you said, I don't like them either, which is perfect. But you could also use neither to say the exact same thing. How would you do that?
I would say, neither do I.
Boom, there it is. Neither do I. It's short, it's efficient, and it means the exact same thing as I don't like them either.
And notice the word order there. It's a little bit flipped. It's inverted. It's neither, then the auxiliary verb, in this case do, and then the subject I. Neither do I.
Let's try another. If I say, I can't speak German.
You'd say, neither can I. You match the auxiliary verb.
Okay, one more. If I say, I wasn't paying attention.
Neither was I. It's a really useful little formula once you get the hang of it.
It really is. Now, what about the super duper informal version?
Oh, you have to mean me neither.
I mean, me neither. You hear this all the time in conversations. I don't like spinach. Me neither.
Totally. It's definitely more casual. You probably wouldn't write it in a formal email to your boss.
Right. Dear Mr. Smith, I am unable to attend the meeting on Friday. And he replies, me neither. Probably not the best look.
Definitely not. But speaking with friends, me neither is perfect. It's fast, it's easy, everyone uses it.
Okay, so there's one other way we use neither, and it's similar to the either or structure.
You're talking about neither nor.
I am, neither nor. This is for connecting two negative ideas in one sentence. And I would say this is quite formal.
For sure. Like, you might read in a book, he had neither food nor water.
Exactly. Or, I have neither the time nor the energy to argue about this.
It sounds quite dramatic, doesn't it? In everyday conversation, you'd probably just say, I don't have the time or the energy.
100%. But it's good to know, especially for reading and writing. And just like either, the pronunciation can be neither or neither.
Yep, same deal. Both are fine. Pick your favorite. No one will notice.
All right, are you ready for our final word of the day, the last member of the trio?
I am ready. Let's do it.
Okay, we've done either and neither. Now it's time for rather. And this one's a bit of a different animal. It's all about preference.
Right. What you want or what you would prefer to do over another option.
The most common way you'll hear this is in the phrase, I'd rather, which of course almost everyone shortens to I'd rather.
I'd rather have tea than coffee. You're choosing tea. You're stating your preference clearly.
Exactly. Notice the structure there. I'd rather do something than do something else. The than is a really common partner for rather. I'd rather stay in tonight than go out.
Yeah, and it's a really useful and kind of polite way to turn something down.
Oh, that's a great point. It is very polite.
Yeah, like if a friend says, hey, want to go see that new action movie? You could just say no, but it's a bit blunt.
A little harsh. Yeah, it might hurt their feelings.
But if you say, I'd rather see the comedy that just came out, it feels softer. You're still saying no to their idea, but you're offering an alternative preference.
Or even just, I think I'd rather just have a quiet night in. It's polite. It expresses your preference without just shutting the other person down.
Exactly. It's a great tool for gentle negotiation in social situations.
Okay, so there is one other meaning for rather that we should probably touch on. It can also be used as an adverb, kind of like quite or fairly.
Yes, like, wow, it's rather chilly in here. Or, I'm rather tired today.
Right, it just means it's pretty chilly or quite tired. The movie was rather long.
This usage feels a little more formal to me. Maybe a bit more British English, although you definitely hear it in American English too.
I agree. You might not use it all the time with your closest friends, but you'll definitely hear it and read it. I was rather surprised by the results. It just means I was quite surprised.
So, two main uses. Preference with would rather, and as an adverb like quite.
You got it. All right, so that was a lot of information in a short amount of time. Let's do a super quick 30-second recap. Sarah, you want to start with either?
Sure. Either is for a choice between two things, using either or it's used at the end of a sentence to agree with a negative statement someone else made. I don't like it either.
Perfect. And neither?
Neither is for agreeing with a negative statement too, but it comes at the beginning, like, neither do I. Or it's used with nor for connecting two negative things, which is a bit more formal.
Excellent. And last but not least, rather.
Rather is all about preference. Usually, I'd rather to say what you want. And sometimes it means quite, like, it's rather late.
And that's it. Either, neither, rather. Hopefully that's a little clearer now for everyone listening.
The best advice is just to try them out, The next time you're having a conversation in English, try to agree with someone using I don't either or neither do I. The more you use them, the more natural they'll feel.
Couldn't agree more. Don't be afraid to make a mistake. That is really how we learn. Sarah, thank you so much for breaking these down with me today.
Anytime, Ziko. It was fun.
And a huge thank you to all of you for tuning in. For transcripts and more episodes, you can visit our website at englishwithziko.com. Until next time, keep practicing.